Be nice. All right, welcome to my garden. I'm gonna do a garden tour today. Hopefully it's gonna be a short video, but I'll try to keep it as short as I can. But let's go ahead and start right now. Okay, this is July the 31st. This is the end, the back of my garden right here. On my fence, I have some cucumbers going up here, and I'm getting some nice cucumbers coming on. Have some little ones up there too. But I also have this, I guess it's a bean of some sort. This is what we grow in Barbados. We call it Bonavis. I have no idea what the real name of it is, if it's another real name, but it is a very tasty bean, and I am growing it for the first time here. See if we can get some of those beans. But this is a great use of my up space because I don't have a lot of space, as you can tell. This is my garden. I bought my new greenhouse, little hoop house, and it's doing its job pretty well. Well, as we come into the garden, I have my little solar bubbler for the birds, and the bees love that. Here I have a secondary experiment on potatoes. This was a potato that was sprouted, and I planted it, so we'll see what happens with it, what it comes to. But it is planted in pretty much straight compost with some fish bone and blood meal, bee balm, oregano. It's one of my figs. Didn't do so well this year. Got hit with that cold. It was in for too long. The leaves were acclimated to inside. I brought it out. The leaves got fried by the sun. So this is its second growth. We got a zinnia. This is another fig that's going to be coming along. One of my friends gave this one to me. Some garlic chives. Oh, moringa. I've got moringa. I started this from seed, and it's starting to look pretty good. But over here, we have in a box, cardboard box, which is in a pot. To give it some extra height, I have some sweet potatoes over there, and an additional one over here in a pot. Sweet potatoes really don't grow that well for me. I got a lot of foliage, not a lot of sweet potatoes here near my garden, because I don't get a lot of sun. Oops. This is my blueberry bush. This year it did not give me a lot of blueberries, but I think it needs some pruning, and I'll be pruning that a little later in the season. Over here, one of my garden friends in Jersey City gave me a rhubarb. I don't think she's happy in there, so I'm gonna have to move her out. And this is the first bed. It has broccoli and cauliflower. I don't see any cauliflower so far, but I've already eaten broccoli. I think how we have to do is separate those in different beds next time. But we got our Swiss chard. Oh, and one other thing that happened here, a squash. I believe it's a butternut squash came up, volunteered in here. So I have it running through here, and it came up and it's run over now into my neighbor's yard. But if you take a look down there, I think you can see, if I can focus it correctly, it's a little butternut squash right down there. So my neighbor will get some butternut squash. This right here is one of the sweet peppers that I overwintered. Came up pretty good. I have one sweet pepper on it though, so I was hoping to get more, but I'll take one. These are my okras. They are my second sowing of okras because the first one didn't work out well. They all never came up. Got eggplants back in here. Those are the eggs. Eggplant. These are my tomatoes. Not looking too bad. We got some nice tomatoes on here. This is the mortgage lifter. The first one here is growing all the way up. So that's the Mortgage Lifter tomato. First time trying it. Right behind it is the Brandywine, right back here. And then I'll show you the other one once we get on the other side. But here's another feature of my garden, which is to grow up. Since I don't have a lot of space, I grow up. And then growing up, I planted all my running beans to go up here. And it's working out pretty well. This side is supposed to be the long red beans, and this side is the rattlesnake bean. And the rattlesnake bean took off first and have done an awesome job. I've been picking those like crazy. The red Chinese bean now is starting to give you fruit. Take a look at it right there. That's a little one right there. It's coming up the blossom, and now that's the first fruit I've seen. Okay, here is the 1,000 head kale from Baker Creek, and it has not disappointed. I've been eating this. I'm telling you, 2 leaves is more than enough for me. I've got to start freezing this now because I can't keep up. It's a very good producer, and it is tasty. It's not hard kale. It's really good. This is a Savoy cabbage, some basil, columbine. Oh, and over here, I wanted to show you this one, the other tomato. This is a white tomato. First time growing it as well. And I'm telling you, I am loving the production. It is beautiful, beautiful. It's all the way up. It's starting to get some blossom drop here, but all the other sides are pretty good. I'm loving that. I'm letting this go to seed. This is lettuce that was pretty nice. I like this lettuce, and I'm not a big lettuce fan, but this was really good. So I'm gonna let that go to seed. This is my kale. I had to net over the whole garden, but once the tomatoes got too high, I had to roll it back. But it really did a good job in protecting the brassicas, the broccoli, the kale. A lot of them usually by now would have holes in them. All right, this is the third experiment for potatoes. I have a potato in here that that was sprouting, so I popped it in, and we'll see what happens with that. But here's the butternut squash that came over there. I thought it was a pumpkin, but it looks like it's a butternut squash. So I brought it now, trained it to come over here, but of course some of it escaped into my neighbor's yard, like I said. And over here we had a broccoli. I believe this one is either broccoli or cauliflower over here, and this one is starting to head. I think it looks like a cauliflower, but underneath is sweet potato. I have sweet potato growing all underneath here, and it started to come up. And look at the size of these leaves for the sweet potato. Oh my God. And I have 2 different types of sweet potato here. I have the Asian purple skin potatoes and the regular orange potato. I don't know if it's a Beauregard, Georgia Jet, or whatever, but it's a sweet potato. Oh, here, this is the second overwintered pepper. And as you can see, I got 2 peppers on this one, and it's looking good. Probably need a little water. I probably cut this leaf off because it's shading the bottom, probably stopping the water from getting into there. But this is a volunteer tomato. I have no idea what it is. More likely it's aroma, because that's what I had last year. But here's my eggplant section. This is the orange. I haven't gotten any off this one yet. This is the orange. I believe it's Turkish. I've got to double check. But this is the Japanese long. Both of those are Japanese long. And here I have the Savoy cabbages. It's supposed to be 4 of them over here, and the butternut squash is pretty much taken over. Now this is my other cucumber. I think this is I want to say the Armenian. I'm not sure. I kind of lost the label. I think it's the Armenian, but it also could be the Yakato or something like that. One I got from Baker Creek, I think. So we'll see. I'll take it to the pictures, but I have a great plant. No cucumbers yet, none. So we'll see if I get any cucumbers off of this one. But oh, this is my nursery section pretty much. We got some aramith coming up here. Red cabbage just have not worked out for me this year at all. I haven't got not a one. This is some more Swiss chard to go in. Some kales right here. Parsley, I think I screwed up with that parsley. Oh, but here's some more moringa. Got some more zinnias. But I want to show you the butternut squash that's going up the trellis, and it is loaded with butternut squash. It is loaded with butternut squash. I am very happy with the production so far on this butternut squash. Very happy. Very happy. Oh, and the one that has the butternut squash that came down into the garden here. Here we go, another butternut squash. So heaven knows how many more we got underneath the sweet potatoes over here. Oh, but I also want to say this one here is a bean. I don't know how it came up over here, but this is one of the red Chinese beans, and it is up here now, so I'll just let it go and we'll see what we get. Oh, look, there we go. That's the Stargazer lily. I planted it earlier this year. Got them on clearance from Walmart. They were $1. A package of 3 for $1. They were on clearance. And I'm about to get some Stargazers. That's one of my favorites. I love it. This is the Chicago Hardy fig. I have it in a self-watering 5-gallon bucket. I don't think it's happy in there. And this one is definitely not happy. So I'm gonna have to move these out for next year, put them in another pot. Back here we have our black raspberries. They're pretty good. I got those from a friend, another garden friend of mine. She was kind enough to give me one. And this right here is the one I got so much production off of my blueberry this year. I think I got over 3 pounds of blueberries. Got over 3 pounds. That's in the freezer right now to make some pies. But this blueberry has done really well. And this is the oldest blueberry in my garden. I got this about, I want to say 2004. It was one of 3. I had 3 in this bed right here, and this is the only one that's still alive. Matter of fact, I got to do an air layer of it so I can get a couple more. But it has done a fabulous job of giving me blueberries over the years. Here I have me a JH Adriatic fig. And it has done well with figs. Can't complain. I love the JH Adriatic. It's a really nice fig. This is my white currant. It had died back. I got to cut the old growth out so I can get some room for this new growth to come on up. And it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. All right, and over here against the side, I have some more raspberries out here. I have the another black raspberry, and two Willamette raspberries. And I showed those in an earlier video. Some pretty decent production this year on the Willamette. Really nice and tasty fig. Raspberry, sorry. This is a new one. This is the what was this again? This is the Heritage. This is the Heritage. But it's looking spiny as ever. Look at all those spines. Oh my goodness. But we'll see how it works out. Doesn't seem to be too happy in that pot. I might have to find a bigger pot for it. But we'll see. This is the thyme. I've been hacking this off like crazy this year. So good. It smells so good. Love it. This is some of my compost that's left back. I've been using that a lot. Oh, some strawberries. Oh, this is elderberry. I just had them started here and they just stood there. On this side of the garden, here we have a potato. I saw a video on it about growing them in boxes, and I figure I'd add some compost. This is all compost, such as the one I had before, showed you just now. But this is the tomato. I have 4 tomatoes that were starting to sprout that I had purchased. So I stuck them in here, and boom, up they shot, and they did really well. They came up in great growth. So we'll see what kind of production we get. But remember, potatoes and carrots for me have never been a good match. I've yet to have a good experience with potatoes, but hopefully this time we're getting a good one. So it hasn't been watered. I think I watered it 2 days ago, so I'll water it today, and I think that was probably going to be the last one because it's looking like it's starting to die back, which is soon to harvest. But take a look up. These are our figs, and we have some decent production on the figs. Nothing crazy, but nice. And this one is our Frankenfig. I have a couple of different grafts on this one. The Black Ischia up here, I believe that's the 376, I376, and over there, I can't remember, but I think that's one of the, oh my goodness, I forgot the name of it, but it's supposed to be a nice fig. I haven't tasted it yet, but again, my figs have not really done great out here in the outer garden. All right, here we got some turnip greens, some more kale. Of course, I love kale. And this is the yellow raspberry. Take a look at one of my other videos. You'll see the production I had from my yellow raspberries this year. It was tremendous. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yellow raspberries, very tasty. Oh, I had a Edo that sprouted. Some more kale, of course. I had an Edo that sprouted and stuck it in here, and we got an Edo. Oh, this is more strawberries. I believe the yellow raspberry sent a runner out, and there we got one there. Oh, maybe another one over there too. Yeah, another one's coming up over there. I might have to dig those out. I don't want them going everywhere. But over here is the blackberry. And as you can see, gosh, they're good. Oh my God, they're good. I gotta pick these. I don't know why the foliage is drying up so, because they get watered pretty good. They're nicely mulched. But oh, and this is my other elderberry that's in the pot right here. No elderberry flowers yet though. Horseradish back here. Probably have to dig that out, get some horseradish. My compost bin should be good. Doing a lot of composting this year. And then here, this is inside the tunnel I got this year. And this is figs and figs. It's white Madeira right here in the front. And she is showing up with her figs. If you come on in, you got the Tacoma Violet over here, showing out with figs. The O'Rourke is right here, showing out with figs. I'm loving it. Then over there we have Ronde de Bordeaux. Not a whole lot of figs, but there's some figs on the Ronde de Bordeaux. This is the Violet de Bordeaux right here, and no figs on her. No figs on her. This is Celeste. And these got same thing that happened with the Texas Everbearing. Same thing happened with the early leaves got burnt from the sun. So they had a later start in shooting off. So no figs on the Celeste. This is another Frankenfig, but it's Frankenfig with all black Madeira. Here we have one over here, and back here we have a couple more black Madeira figs. So we'll see how that happens. And then we have our veggies over here. Some more of the long Japanese. Some more kale. Of course, you know I love kale. This is my citrus I started from seed. I actually got a couple of seeds to grow. Started it, put it in this pot, and the pot was sitting on this, and then it went through this. Then I had the pot sitting here, and now the roots are into the other one, so I'm gonna have to pick that up for the winter. So that's gonna be a project for a couple of weeks, next week or so. This right here, I want to talk to you about this. This is, of course, basil, but these are tomatoes. The same 3 tomatoes I have outside. These are these tomatoes right here, and these were started from suckers. The suckers I pruned off of the ones outside are here, and they're growing up just fine right here. I don't have any tomatoes on them yet, but this is awesome. This is the big one right here is the white, because that was the biggest one that took off first. I believe this is the mortgage lifter, and the white brandywine didn't do so well, but it's still alive, and it's been in there now for a couple of weeks. And here we have some more Savoy cabbages, some more of the cucumbers. I think these are the Japanese cucumber. I gotta double check the name. I'll put it on there if I can remember. I just picked up this tree collard. Oh my God, look at it. It is so awesome. Look, it is beautiful. I just put it in, what, less than 2 weeks. That's another shoot here. Another shoot is coming up over here. Oh man. And of course, the Savoy cabbage in there to keep its company. But I am so happy with this tree collard. Oh, it is beautiful. Beautiful. Oh man, I'm loving it. Okay, here we got this is a panache or panache, however you pronounce it. No fakes, but looks good. And this was a cutting off of the JH Adriatic. I stuck in here, stuck it in, and it's giving me figs. I think I got it. I think those are the only ones. Thought I had another fig. Oh yeah, there's another one right here. I was like, are you kidding me? Just stuck it in, and I got a new fig. Oh, this is some strawberries I was trying to start here. One is alive. I think these are, the other 2 have died out. But we'll see. This is one I got from when I was in Loyola Loyola University retreat site. They were growing some strawberries. They would have been like abandoned, and I got one. Brought it here, and it's doing 3 of them, and it's the only one that seems to have survived. Oh, but this is the green pea. I forgot what it's called in Spanish, but this is what we grow in Barbados. They have green peas, so I'm hoping it really does well, because all the others I started all died. They get to just the stage beyond this where you have like 4 or 5 leaves, and then they die. So we'll see. But that's my garden. That's my garden. And I'm happy. This is my happy place. This is my keep Graham sane place. And I'm loving it. Oh, this is next year's shoots for the blackberry. As you can see, I already pruned them. And I already got some shoots going off of them, for laterals going off. So we'll see. Oh, I think that's one of those nasty bugs right there. The little lantern thingies. I gotta get that, because they're not good. Anyhow, all right, be nice. Thanks for visiting my garden.